So, full disclosure here, I'm going to admit to being more than a little freaked out when I heard the news that lockdown had been extended for a minimum of 3 weeks. Knowing that we're back to school on Monday, I then received a couple of emails from the boys' school. I'm sure they were meant to be helpful. They were different links to things and hints and tips the government have set up for home education during the coronavirus period. All of this kind of sent me into a bit of a tailspin, I have to be honest here. I was a little bit freaked out. So rather than sit with that, because we've got to get on with it, if I want my children to learn, I have to kind of step up and teach them. So I just stopped for a moment and decided to take myself away and do some Faster EFT because I was tight for time. I didn't have time to do a big full round, which I would normally do with clients and when I show you videos. So I decided to use Faster EFT instead. It was created by Robert Smith, based on the emotional freedom technique created by Gary Craig. It's just does what it says on the tin. It's a lot faster, and its main goal is to allow you to release and let go of whatever it is that you're feeling at that moment. And it just works a little bit quicker, so it works quite well with things like this where I was just slightly freaked out and panicked by the prospect of homeschooling my 2 little angels for the next 3 weeks at least. It's all of the pressures, isn't it? It's the added pressure of you don't want to let them down. You want to educate them and do the best you can, but you're not a trained professional, you're not a teacher. And there's an element of pressure that you put on yourself to do it perfectly. And with all walks of parenting, I believe that we are a lot more patient with other people's children than we are with our own. So just kind of worrying about not having enough patience, not doing enough good enough job for them. These are the kind of things that I was freaking myself out about. And I think like most parents with young children, I mean, I jokingly put on a friend's post today that I have less time now during lockdown than I have before. And although that was a bit of a flippant throwaway remark, it's true. I have way less time now to run my business, to keep the home how I like to keep it, than I did before. So my time is precious and it's tight. So for me, I'm having to teach a Key Stage 1 child and a Key Stage 2 child. So it's not possible for me to sit down and have like a classroom environment where we're just knocking it all out in an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, all of us together. I'm having to arrange for one child to be entertained by himself while I work with the other child. So it just feels like a lot every day, but I don't want them to know that, and I don't want them to feel that coming off of me. I don't want them to feel that energy, and I don't want to snap at them, and I want to be patient, and I want to do the best job I can for them. So the way that I know how to deal with that is to use EFT to make myself feel better about it, so that I can be better for them. So, Faster EFT, I will quickly walk you through the points, and then I will just go through the little tapping routine that I did for me, and just feel free to follow along. But firstly, so the tapping points that we're going to use, some are ones that we use in a normal round of tapping, but there are a couple of new ones in there. So we start with this one, third eye, tap there, and it's the side of the eye, and under the eye. And then we come onto the collarbones. I like to do a double whammy there. And then we do on our wrist. We don't tap, we just hold our wrist. There are lots of different meridian points here. If we just hold our wrist. And when we hold the wrist, this is the point we're just going to release and let go with a nice deep breath, followed by the word peace. So what I want you to do, and you don't have to do this about homeschooling children, it can be about anything. That's just personally what I was stressed about last night. So just take a moment now to think about whatever it is that you're feeling worried about, fearful about, stressed about. And when you have that, I want you to scale it. I want you to give it a number and just trust what pops up. Don't give it too much thought. So think about whatever it is and what number comes to mind between 0 and 10. 0 being as good as it gets, 10 being as bad as it gets. So from 0 to 10, if you think about the problem that you're focusing on for this exercise, just give it a little number. Just trust what pops up for you. And then just take a nice deep breath. And we're just going to start tapping here on the third eye. And just repeat after me. I release and let go of all issues, all fears. Moving down to the side of the eye. I release and let go of all worries, all doubts, all concerns. Moving down under the eye. I release and let go of all helplessness, all hopelessness, all hurts. And we're moving down to the collarbone. I release and let go. It's okay to just let go of all of this in this lifetime and across all aspects of time. I let it go once and for all. And just hold the wrist, a nice deep breath. Peace. Peace. And once you've done that round, just check in, see what's happened to that number, see where it's gone. Just spend a few moments to notice that, and then you can just keep repeating that as often as you need to until you get that fear, that worry, that stress, that anxiety down to a 0. Just keep going until it's gone, it's not there anymore. Just keep going until ideally you get to a 0. As always, if you have any questions, just comment below. I'm happy to help. Take care. Bye.